A guy, there's a Honduran guy down there deported from New York. His family are in New York. He can't contact them because he lost his telephone. He sleeps in the Panteon, and he got his telephone stolen, and he works on the line there cleaning the windows of cars. And he says that the municipal police come along and steal his money. They take his money from him. So I've got some white privilege thing going here in this theatre. Sounds like there's definitely some art going on involving turkeys. Michael, what's his name, at davidlynch.com, and the coins in my pocket go jingle jangle. But that's repeating a joke. I did that one for Bob Muller. Bob Muller. How you doing, Bob? Still pissing on the Statue of Liberty? Just think, I could be living in La Paz, Bolivia, giving the president of the plurinational Estado Plurinacional English lessons. Wouldn't that be great? A little bit of street theatre that we did in La Paz before I left. This guy came down, told me he was some kind of narco genius, and that he actually was he was the shadow minister of the economy and public finances, and that he was the genius that worked out all the exchange rates and things. Which meant that all the time Avernomics was producing its fucking amazing miracle of $60 billion in the fucking bank. Something pathetic like that. All the time that was going on, Bolivians were working as slaves, producing quinoa for export, and making nothing on it, not even making enough to buy agricultural machinery and maintain it. And then you want to see what Avernomics did to Bolivia, then just look at a time lapse of since 2003 of satellite pictures of what they've done in order to build up that wonderful fucking economy. cunts driving around in BMWs stealing money from the fucking IBM tills in fucking Ipa Maxi. When Hélène left, they told me, oh, she's gone to Argentina to study criminology. And I thought, what the fuck, she gone to Argentina? You'd learn much more about criminology just living here. Fucking scams that people just never even heard of anywhere else. And you think I want to get involved in sorting that fucking shit out? What is it? And if you're trying to give these people opportunities to launder their please. They stole it and they bought shit with it that wasn't worth having, and they destroyed huge amounts of Bolivia to do it. That's the end of the story, right? That's all that happened. What they stole, you can't get that back. Rosita, no podemos recuperar nada. Está perdido todo. Maybe we learnt something, maybe we learnt a moral lesson, and now people know how to behave, and they know that if you do that, it just fucks everything up. So maybe we have gained something, but that's all we can hope to gain. That's the most we can hope to get out of this. And what we have to do now, I woke up this morning and I had these images in my head of grassroots growing and somebody lifting a plant out and saying, look at the roots of this. That's all we need to do. Is learn about the grass and the trees and the birds, and learn how to cultivate land so that we don't lose it in floods, and so that the forests stop burning. And we've got to do this as artfully and beautifully as possible so that people know that it's worth doing and want to get involved. You look at that work party that they did on Squaw Island in Lake Michigan. We need to do much, much better than that. We need the whole community. We need women, children. We need everybody. We need work parties like that all over America, all over the world. And we've got just one single goal, which is restoring the land in all the ways. We've got to learn how to handle these waste tips. We've got to learn how to handle what do they call it? Salinated land in Australia. We've got to learn how to handle all this stuff with plants and animals and birds and insects and microbes. And you don't need to be a genius to direct this. You don't need a fucking Elon Musk. Oh my God, that's disgusting. You don't need any of that shit to do this. You just need a brain, and you just need to know what matters. And you don't need no fucking assholes going around telling you that you've got to work, and then what counts for work is buying shit that people don't want that makes them sick when they eat it and selling it to other people, because then you're not begging, you're working. Fuck you. You fucking pigs. And that lighthouse, that Beaver Island Lighthouse School, that kind of thing works when you've got very, very special people. But if you don't have very, very special people, that turns into a situation just set up to create abuse. Sexual abuse of minors. You don't want that. That won't work. That isn't a family. There's nothing family about that. That's not the right way to go. You've got to learn from the Native Americans and Native American lifestyles. You've got to learn to build long houses. You've got to go into that. You've got to do experiments with that. Trying to understand other ways of living. Wow, Beaver Island must have had a special community on it before the Mormons turned up and reincarnated those people. Crowned himself king. Lasted until they kicked him off. But they're lovely people. I would love to visit Beaver Island. I mean, you don't have to have people on those planes at all, right? I mean, I don't know why you can't. If you can have drones that can bomb people from God knows where, why the hell can't you have a drone to bring cargo across to the island without anybody on it? Come on. Look at this shit. Absolute fucking crap. People behaving like complete morons. Going to the same jobs, the same... Oh my god. I'm gonna stop, otherwise I'll spoil the video.